Someone is already replacing you, not openly, not aggressively, but quietly, efficiently, without ever touching you. And the worst part? You felt it. That shift in the room, that hesitation when you speak, that slight delay before they respond. You thought it was in your head. It wasn't. You're not being attacked. You're being repositioned. There's a moment you can't ignore anymore. When you're talking, and someone cuts you off mid-sentence, not loudly, not rudely, just smoothly. Like your voice never mattered. And nobody corrects it. Nobody says, wait, let them finish. Because the hierarchy has already been decided, and you're no longer where you think you are. Machiavelli warned you about this long before it happened. Men are ungrateful, fickle, false. Not because they're evil, because they're strategic. They don't follow truth. They follow advantage. You thought loyalty was built on history. It's not. It's built on current value. The moment your value becomes unclear, people don't attack. They reposition. You start noticing small things, your ideas, repeated by someone else. And suddenly, they sound better. Not because they changed, because the voice changed. Status decides whose voice is heard. Law. If they need to choose between truth and hierarchy, they choose hierarchy. And here's where it gets uncomfortable. They're not confused about you. They understand you perfectly. They just don't prioritize you anymore. You tell yourself, they didn't mean it. They're just busy. It's not that deep. That's your ego defending you. Because the alternative is admitting something shifted, and you weren't in control of it. You start explaining yourself more, talking longer, clarifying your intentions, trying to fix the perception. But every extra word lowers your position. Because Machiavelli said, a prince who is not wise cannot be well advised. And wisdom here is brutal. The more you explain, the more you confirm you've lost control. You begin to feel it. That subtle tension. When you walk into a room and nobody reacts the same way. No hostility, no respect, just neutrality. And neutrality is where influence goes to die. Punchline. You didn't lose power in a moment. You leaked it in small reactions. You laughed when they disrespected you. You explained when they questioned you. You stayed when you should have withdrawn. And they noticed. Not consciously, but biologically. Humans don't calculate status. They feel it. And once they feel you slipping, they don't push you down. They step over you. Law. People don't remove you. They adjust around you. There's another moment. You're in a group conversation. You say something important. Silence. 2 seconds later, someone else says something similar. And everyone engages. That's not coincidence. That's ranking. And here's the truth you don't want. They're not doing this to hurt you. They're doing this to optimize their position. Machiavelli said, "It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both." You chose to be liked, so they stopped needing to respect you. Punchline. You became comfortable, so they became careless. But there's a moment where everything changes. It doesn't happen loudly. No confrontation, no betrayal scene, just awareness. You stop reacting. You start watching. You notice how they talk to you versus others, how they interrupt you, but wait for someone else, how they question you, but accept others without proof. And suddenly, you see the pattern. They don't misunderstand you. They understand and stay silent. Punchline. Your presence stopped being pressure and became background. This is where most people break. They either get emotional, get defensive, or try harder. All three confirm the same thing. You're chasing position, and chasing position means you've already lost it. Law. The moment you seek validation, you signal lower status. So you shift, not outwardly, internally. You stop explaining. You stop reacting. You stop filling silence, because silence isn't absence, it's control. Punchline. They expected emotion. You gave them nothing. Now something strange happens. People start watching you again, not because you demanded attention, because you removed access. Machiavelli understood this deeply. Men should either be caressed or annihilated. There is no middle ground. And you were living in the middle, half respected, half ignored, half seen. Now, you remove yourself from that gray zone. You don't argue. You don't defend. You don't correct. You let their perception exist without feeding it. And this creates tension, because now they don't know where you stand. Punchline. Your silence becomes heavier than their words. They start testing you again. Small provocations, subtle remarks, little attempts to pull you back into reaction. You don't bite, because now you understand. Attention is power, and every reaction is a transfer. Law. When you react, you give them control of the frame. So you become still, not passive, not weak, strategic. You respond less. But when you do, it's precise. Short sentences, direct eye contact, no emotional leakage. And now something shifts again. They hesitate. Because the version of you they understood is gone. Punchline. You stopped being easy to control. But here's the coldest part. The part nobody tells you. When you were slipping, they knew. They saw the hesitation in your voice, the need for approval, the over-explaining. They could have helped. They could have corrected the room. They could have reinforced your position. They didn't. They knew you were slipping and chose not to stop it. Why? Because your fall created space, and space is opportunity. They could have helped, but your fall benefited them more. This is the moment most people resist, because it breaks the illusion of loyalty. But Machiavelli already told you, men are ungrateful, fickle, false. Not because they hate you, because they prioritize themselves. Punchline. They didn't betray you. They stayed loyal to their own comfort. And here's the cold peak. They stop reacting to you. Not because they don't see you, because they're observing you, measuring, waiting. They know your situation. They see the shift. They feel your instability. They could intervene. They could support. They could speak. They choose silence. They don't need to destroy you. They just need to watch you fall. And when you finally drop, when your voice fades, when your presence becomes optional, they feel something you never expected. Relief. Because your fall simplified their world, removed competition, reduced tension, restored their position. And that's when it hits you. This was never personal. It was structural. Law. In every room, there is a hierarchy. If you don't defend your position, someone else will take it. So you change again, not emotionally, strategically. You stop trying to be understood. You start controlling perception. You speak less, but with weight. You move less, but with intent. You engage less, but with precision. You don't chase attention. You redirect it. Because now you understand something most people never will. Power isn't loud. It's selective. Punchline. You don't need to prove anything. You need to position everything. Eventually, they adjust again. But this time, around you. They don't interrupt. They wait. They don't question. They observe. Because uncertainty creates pressure. And your presence becomes pressure. You didn't fight. You didn't argue. You didn't expose them. You changed the structure. Machiavelli would call this mastery, not over others, over perception. Because in the end, people don't follow truth. They follow signals. And you stopped signaling weakness. Final truth, they don't hate you. They never did. They hate what wakes up inside them when you stop playing small.